It's not the left and political correctness that's ruining dark humor, it's right-wing bigotry. Let me explain. I was talking to a friend yesterday about how even though my sense of humor is really dark, I have to censor myself on Twitter. And she said, well, doesn't that mean that the left is ruining dark humor? And I thought about it, because the answer is no. Because the way dark humor works is the person telling the joke and the audience understand that the punchline is morally wrong. Be it about dead babies, it could be sexist or racist, but you understand that it's wrong, and that's what makes it funny. But the reason why it's problematic for me to fully express my dark humor on Twitter is because I can't be certain that the audience I'm speaking to all understand that the punchline is morally wrong. Because there are obviously going to be people on Twitter who find the joke funny, but because they actually agree with the punchline, thus emboldening racist or sexist, etc. Whereas among my close personal friends, I can tell the most horrendous jokes imaginable, but because I know that they know that those punchlines are themselves morally wrong, and that's what makes them funny. Because the essence of most humor is a setup and then a punchline that deviates from the logical, social, or moral expectation created by the setup. But the presence of people who might actually agree with the morality of the punchline make those jokes problematic to tell to those audiences. I mean, one of the gods of dark humor is Anthony Jeselnik, and if you check out his stuff, it is outstandingly dark. But here's what he said about political correctness.
Are we too politically correct?
I don't think so. I know this is unpopular for comedians to say, but I think that political correctness in this country has gotten more and more powerful over the past couple decades, but a lot of great things have come out of it. You know, you look at gay rights, you look at transgender acceptance, a furthering of racial equality. These are all things that came from PC, and it makes my job harder, but I don't want my job to be easy. As a comic, I want it to be difficult. I want the obstacle course to be master level.
Put it this way, if you had to decide who was to blame for making dark humor problematic between woke lefties and right-wing bigots, you have to take one out of the equation. i.e., if the world was just filled with racists and sexists, then obviously those jokes would still be problematic. But if there were no racists and sexists, then there would be no racists and sexists for such jokes to embolden. So in theory, the more progressive we get as a society, the darker our sense of humor gets to be.